In today's digital world, every click, every product view, and every purchase tells a story. Some businesses listen to that story and grow, others ignore it and get left behind. So think about this. Two online stores can sell the same product at the same price, but the one that understands its customers, tracks sales performance, and knows which product drive profit will always win. That advantage comes from data, and more importantly, the ability to analyze that data. Hey, my name is Augustine. Welcome back to the BI Analyst Hub. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to transform raw, messy e-commerce data into clean, interactive, and insightful e-commerce dashboard, all in Microsoft Excel. So by the end of this series, you won't just know how to build a dashboard. You understand how businesses use dashboard to identify their best selling products, track revenue and profit performance, and make decisions that increase sales and reduce losses. So here's the deal: whether you are a student, or a data analyst, or a business owner, or even you are someone looking to build a real world Excel project for your portfolio, this tutorial is going to level up your skills. So, what are you waiting for? Just grab your laptop, open your Excel workbook, and let's turn ordinary data into powerful business intelligence. See you there. All right. So, you are welcome to the third part of the advanced Microsoft Excel dashboard. That's the e-commerce dashboard. So, if you have not watched the first and then the second video, I recommend that you watch them before you move to this. Third part, because in the first and second video we did all the calculations and all the necessary things that we'll be needing in the series. So, I will leave a link in the description area for the to the first and second video, and also to the link that so that you can download the data set that I use in this tutorial. Perfect. All right, so this is what we have so far. So we are going to start with our analysis, right? Perfect. So we did all these things here. Now on the analysis sheet, we are able to, uh, do all the calculations here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to right click and then I will go to show field list. So this is my field list and I'm going to bring it here. Perfect. So these things I don't need all of them. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to remove all the things that I do not need, right? I'm going to remove all the things that I do not need. So I'll just select it and then drag it out. So it is loading. Let's wait for it to load. All right, so I don't need total refund, so I'll drag it out. I don't need total customers for now. Okay, so let's this one. So I don't need product for now, and then I don't need transactions for now. I only need these, four metrics here, right? Perfect. So I'm not sure I need cost of goods sold. Let me check the calculation. Okay, I need transactions, number of transactions. I don't need cost of goods sold, right? Perfect. So these are the four KPIs that I need on my dashboard. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to transactions, the transactions dashboard, and I'll go to insert. I'll go to illustration. Oh, sorry. I'll go and then click on the text box. So I'll drag a text box like this. Perfect. And then I will name this one as what? Number of what? Transactions. Number of transactions. So I'll select the text box like this, drag it here, and then control one. And I'll expand the line, and then I'll say no line. I'll expand the fill, and then I'll say no fill. Perfect. So I'll toggle to text options here, and then instead of using the black, this black text, I'm going to use this white like this. And then I'll come to the home tab, and then I'll make it 12. Perfect. So I'll center it like this, and then I'll center it something like this. Perfect. So this is what we have here. Now what I'm going to do is, instead of inserting another text box, I'm going to select this text box, then Control D to duplicate, and I'll paste it here. And then this one, I'm going to change the color. So on text options, the color should be this black color here. This one, the last one here. Perfect. So this is what I'm going to do. And then I'm going to say quantity QTY ordered. So QTY means quantity. So ordered, quantity ordered, right? Perfect. So I'll center it well. Then Control D again. I'll bring it here, and this is going to be my net sales. Right, this is going to be my net sales. So net sales. Perfect. So the same thing, select it like this, Control D, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to rename this one to profit margin. Right, perfect. So that is that. Sorry. Perfect. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select all the text box whilst holding my control key on the keyboard, and I'll go to shape format. I'll go to align, and then I will say align top. So they will all be aligned at the top, right? Perfect. So this is what I have so far. This is what I have. So what I'm going to do is, first of all, do you know something? Let's bring this one down. Sorry. Let's bring this one down so that we can, sorry, insert our icons at the top, right? Perfect. So that is that. And then I'm going to go to insert shapes, and then I will choose this oval shape. So I'll hold my shift key and draw a perfect circle like this. Perfect. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say no line, and then the fill color is going to be white. Okay, let's make it the line. Okay, so we are on test. So let's toggle to shape options, right? Shape options. Then the fill color is going to be white. So something like this, right? Perfect. Then I'm going to drag it here. Just select this one again. Sorry. Bring it down a little bit. Perfect. This one will come down. So something like this. Control D to duplicate this. I'll bring this one here. Control D, Control D. So I'll select all of them like this whilst holding my control key. Come to shape format, align, and then I'll align it to the top so that they will all be on the same line. Perfect. So all we are going to do is we are going to go to insert illustrations, pictures, and then this device. So we are going to select pictures from our, icons from our machine, right? So I'm going to go to where my icons are, right? I'm going to go to where my icons are. So these are my icons. I'll leave everything in the comment section so you can download everything, right? So I'm going to select all my icons. So I'll select this, uh, select this, maybe this, right? This four, right? And then click on insert. So these are my icons. So I'm going to select this, minimize it like this, bring it to the top, and then minimize it. Sorry. So something like this. Something like this is okay. So I'll deselect it, then select them one by one. Right. Perfect. So this is let me see. So this, let's use this as the transactions, right? Perfect. So I'll place it here, make it smaller, center it like this. Perfect. Let's make it big a little bit. It's too big. Perfect. So I think this is okay. Yes. So you take your time and then make it nicely. And then the quantity ordered, we are going to use this. I'm going to place this one here. Perfect. This is okay. And then this is going to be our net sales. Sorry. And then this is going to be our profit margin. Perfect. Now what we are going to do is going to select the icons, right? Hold your control, select all the icons. Sorry. Select all the icons and then control one. Then you come to this picture here. Let's see. Let's go to picture color. Let's go to red color and then choose let's see. You can choose this color, right? So that it will make it a little bit faint. Perfect. So this is what we have right now, right? This is what we have. So what I'm going to do is sorry, hold my control, select everything, then bring this one down a little bit like this. Perfect. So I'm going to center this. I'm going to center this one too. The net sales. Perfect. So what I'm going to do again is select the text box like this, Control D to duplicate the text box, bring this one here, right? Perfect. So what I'm going to do right now is to bring the formula bar. So I'll go to view and I'll go to formula, check the formula bar. So this time around, what I'll do is select the text box like this so that I'll be able to move it around, right? So select it like this, come to the formula bar, then equal to. So equal to, what we are going to do is we are going to go to analysis sheet and we are going to reference this. All right, you are going to reference this. Perfect. So you know something, let's go back and then on the analysis sheet, we have to copy the format, right? We have to copy the format so that we will get something like 60K, right? Perfect. So I'll go to select the transactions, control one, come to custom, then we already have our custom format here. So if you have not watched it, please watch the first and then the second video. You will see what I'm talking about. So this is, so you see when I selected this, you see it has changed to 61K. Perfect. So I'll click on OK. So this is what we want to get. So I'll select this one, select it like this, go to sorry, so select it like this, go to the formula bar, equal to, and I'll go to analysis and I'll reference this 61K, right? So do you see that? So we have referenced this 61K here. So the reason why we reference the 61K is that anytime sorry, anytime this number will be changing in our analysis sheet, it will also change on the dashboard, right? Perfect. So in my previous lessons, I got some message that whenever someone said whenever they are trying to reference the number from the analysis sheet, they're not getting sorry, they're not getting the number here. They always get an error. Now what we can do to correct that is you make sure you go to on your analysis sheet, make sure you select the pivot table and then go to pivot table analyze, right? Go to pivot table analyze, then you come to options here, you see generate get pivot data. You see, so when you click this one and then when I come back, when I select it, you see sorry, when I click on the drop down, you see this one, when I clicked on it, it's now selected or it's now checked, right? You make sure you select it again so that it will be unchecked, right? Perfect. So when you uncheck it, this is going to work, right? Everything is going to work for you. Perfect. So, sorry, what we can do is select the number like this, control one, let's format it. Uh, let's go to test. And the test color, we are going to say white. Is it test? Sorry, let me. Perfect. All right, so the test color should be this white. Perfect. And then we are going to make it big. And then the font family is going to be our Calibri body. This one. And we are going to make it big. So 32 is okay, right? Let's make it big like this. Perfect. So I'm going to do control D to duplicate. And this one, the color is going to be this dark color here. Perfect. And then I'll go to my formula bar equal to, I'll go to my analysis and I'll reference the quantity. Where's the quantity? Oh, okay, sorry. We didn't get the quantity ordered here, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say oh, okay, we don't have the quantity ordered here. So we didn't do the calculation for the quantity ordered. So we have transactions, product, cost of goods sold, gross revenue. Okay, so what we are going to do is I'll go to pivot, power pivot. I'll go to measure and then I'll click on new measure. So this could also be a way of relearning the measure, how to write the measure, right? Perfect. So don't worry about it. I forgot to add the quantity ordered. So I'll expand this and then the table name, I will select calculation. So I want my calculation to go to the calculations table. And then this is going to be QTY ordered, quantity ordered. Perfect. So I'll come here, make it big. And then now what I'm going to do is the quantity should be summed, right? I'm going to make sum the quantity. So the order quantity. So we have order quantity here. Now the order quantity. So when we close it, we are going to get an error. Okay, we didn't get an error because we put in the correct, column. So this is going to be a number. Let's make it so. Let's see a whole number. And then when you click on OK, let's see what we are going to have. So this is what we have here, right? This is what we have. Perfect. So it means we don't need the gross revenue. We don't need the gross revenue. So I'll deselect it. So we'll be left with this, right? So I'll select the number, control one, go to custom, come down, and then select our format here, right? Perfect. So this is where we have 214,000 K. Perfect. So this thing shift because we removed the gross revenue. So I'm going to equal to reference the transactions again and enter. So this I'll select this one, come to home, click on this, then click on this. So I'll change the color to white, this white here. Perfect. So the quantity ordered is the same as what 214K, right? Perfect. So I'll just duplicate this one again, place it here, and I'll go to equal to, and I'll go and reference the net sales, right? Net sales, enter. And don't worry about this. I'll duplicate this one again, and then I'll come here, equal to, and then I'll go and reference what the profit margin, this one, and hit enter. Perfect. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select this. I'll go to the home tab, double click on the paint brush or the format painter. Click on this, and then you see we have what the correct format in here. Perfect. Let's bring this one here. Perfect. What we can do is we can make this one to be what 28 instead of 32. Perfect. So this is what we have right now. This is what we have. Perfect. So I will select everything like this, go to format, shape format, align, and then align to the top so that they all be on the same line. Perfect. So this is what we have right now, right? This is what we have. So I'm going to uncheck the formula bar so we have enough space. Exit this. Perfect. So this is what we have for our KPIs. Now I'm going to do Control A and Control C to copy this, and I'm going to paste it here. Right, perfect. So this is going to be our monthly transactions. So I'm going to remove everything here except what the transactions, right? Except the transactions, and I'm going to go to, so under calculations, I'll go to sorry, not calculations, under date table, right? Date table. I'm going to drag in my month name to the rows, right? To the rows. Perfect. Now watch here. The reason why we are getting this hash hash is because the format, we don't have the correct formatting, right? So I'm going to go to Control A, and I'm going to say, I'm going to choose this one, right? This 5,000, blah, 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 blah. This hash, comma, hash, hash, zero. And I'll click on OK. Then you see we have the correct formatting here. So now you see the month should start from January to, December, right? But this one, it is starting from April to September. Do you see that? Perfect. So what we can do to correct this is, let's just select anywhere in your pivot table, right? Select anywhere in your pivot table. Go to let's go to Power Pivot, then click on what? Manage. Click on Manage. So when you click on Manage, you'll be presented with what? The Power Pivot, editor here, or the Power Pivot screen here. What we can do is, let's go to the date table, select the date table, select the month name, right? Select the month name, and then on the home tab, you see this sort by column. Click on sort by column. Then we are sorting the month name by what? The month number, or just the month. So this is the reason why we did, or we brought the month number. So this one, right? Perfect. So when I click on OK, you're not going to see anything here, right? Perfect. So I'm going to do the same thing to the day, so that it will start from Sunday to what? Saturday. So select the day name, and then click on sort. So you're going to sort the day name by what? The day of the week. That is what? The number. Perfect. So okay. So you see nothing will happen here. Okay. So you say another operation is in progress. So let's see. Okay. Perfect. Now let's check if this is working. The month name, we're able to do it. Okay, perfect. So now I'm going to go to switch to my uh normal worksheet, and then you see that it is now starting from what? January to what? December. Perfect. So I'll select this. Now you see this one is showing us a row label, right? So what we are going to do is select this, go to pivot table, sorry, go to design, and then under report layout, click on the drop down and select what? Show in tabular form. So when I select this, you see now it's showing month name, and I'm going to turn off what? The grid lines. So off for rows and columns. Sorry, the grand total. So do you see that? This is what we have so far. Perfect. Now, because I'm going to add some calculations to my month and then the transactions, I'm going to extract this from the pivot table, right? I'm going to extract this from the pivot table. So what you can do is just come here, equal to, and select the month name, and then hit enter. So what we are going to do is we are going to do autofill for this. Then we are going to drag it down like this. Perfect. So select this, copy, and then let's copy the formatting here like this. Perfect. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say highlight, and I'll come here and I'll say 1, comma, and then 12, because the month starts from month 1 and then ends at what? Month 12, right? Perfect. So here, let me bring my formula bar so that you see what I'm doing. Here I'm going to say I'm going to use the large function to return the first highest number, right? So the array that I'm going to use is this, and I will do F4 key to lock it, right? Comma, and then this, select the one. So this means the first highest number, and then the 12 will mean what? The last highest number. So close it. Sorry, shift control. Sorry, close the bracket and I hit enter. So when I drag this one down, and then I copy the format here, home, I paste it here. See, the highest number in this array is what? 7,500, 7,503, right? So that's what? January. And then the lowest number, or the least number, is what? Uh, is June. So 2,365. Do you see that? So this is the first highest number, and this is the second highest number. Now we want to return this here. Now watch it. What I'm going to say is I'm going to say that ifs, because these are what multiple conditions. So if this number here is equal to this number here, and then with this I'm going to do F4 to lock it, right? Because you are going to copy it down. Then the value if true. If it is true, just Excel should return the number here, right? Comma. And then the logical test 2 says if this number here is equal to this number here, and I'm going to F4 to log this one, comma, Excel should return what? The number here. So we are done with the if statement, close the bracket and hit enter. So when I drag it like this, we are going to get any. The any that we are getting is we are doesn't mean we are getting a wrong answer. No, this is because we didn't specify. Uh, we didn't tell Excel to do whenever the number here is not equal to the number here. So what we are going to do is we are going to wrap this formula in what an if error function like this. Come here, comma, and then I'll see the value if error should be what? Should be blank. Do you see that? And I'll close it and I'll hit enter. So now instead of NA, we are going to get what? Blank. Do you see that? Perfect. So I'll select this, copy the format, and I'm going to paste it here. Do you see that? Perfect. So basically what I'm saying is that if the number here, if this 7,503 is equal to this number here, 7,503, Excel should return this any number here, right? So you see this because the number here, the number in the cell, the cell that I've selected, because it is equal to this number, it is returning this number here. Now, because this number, right, is not equal to this number, or it's not equal to this number. See, it is returning blank, right? Now, but when you come here, because this number is equal to this number, it is returning the same number here, right? Perfect. So this is what we want to use for our chart, right? Perfect. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select this because it is not in a pivot table. You have to select this. So what I'm going to do is don't select the highlight for now. I'm going to select this and I'll go to sorry, insert, and then I'll go to select this line here. Perfect. So what I'm going to do is clear this, and then clear the grid lines. Perfect. So what I'm going to do is watch here. I'm going to select the line, right? I'm going to select the line, control 1. I'll select the line, control 1. I'll come to the format, the paint bucket here, and I'll see no line. Just watch what I'm doing here, right? I'm going to see no line. Perfect. Now we don't have any line here, so I'll go to the chart design. I'll go to add chart element. Then you see the lines here. Hover on lines, and I will choose what? Drop lines. Drop lines, and I will select OK. Do you see that? Perfect. So what I'm going to do is deselect everything like this, and then select the markers, right? So the same thing, control 1 again, come here, then go to marker, right? Go to marker and expand the marker options. And then it is now on what? None. So I'll select what? Built in. Then I'll choose this circle here and I'll make this one what? 8. Do you see that? Perfect. Now when I come to, I'll scroll down and I come to the color. I'm going to use my blue color here. So I'll select this blue color and then the border should be what? I'll say no border. Do you see that? I'll say no border. Perfect. Now I'll select the line, right? You see the line is now selected. The line is now selected. And then I'm going to make this one 175, right? 175. And then I'm going to choose a color like this color. Let's say this blue color, right? And then the line is going to be the dash type is going to be this dash, right? This one here. Do you see that? Perfect. So let me select the marker again. Okay, so I think this is okay. Perfect. So this is what we have here, right? This is what we have here. Perfect. Now I'll now bring the data label. I'll now bring the data label. So I want to only highlight the highest and then the lowest amount, right? The highest and then the lowest amount. That's why I did this, right? That's why I did this. So I'll select the chart, go to, or just select the chart, right click, and I'll say, okay, no, this is not what we are going to do. I'll just click on this plus button here. I'll click on this plus button here. And then when I hover on data labels, you see we have data labels for all the months, right? So, but then I'm going to click on the the arrow here, and I'll just see more options. So with the more options, I'll be presented with this, and then I'll select this one, value from cells. So select this, make sure this one is checked, the value from cells, then I'll select this one here. Do you see that? And then when I click on OK, I will deselect the value here. And then now what we have here is what? Only the highest and then what? The lowest month. So I'll select it once again. Select the what do you call it? The data label. Come here, come to number, sorry, come to label options. And when you scroll down, you will see label position. The position should be what? Should be above. You see that? So now it is what? Above. Perfect. Now this is what I'm going to do. Select the chart like this. Now do you see what we have here? Perfect. Now I want us to be on the same page. So I'll come here to my original uh, work. Just do control one. And I'm going to copy the color. I'm going to use this color. So this color is going to be, I'm going to copy it like this. And I'll come back here, come back to my data here, and then select the line, control one, come here, come to more colors. Then instead of this blue color, I'll paste this one here. So if you want to know the color is 66, so it's 669BBC, right? Click OK. And then now the marker is different from what? The line. So I'll select the text box at the label here, and I'll make it big, and I'll make it bold, something like this, right? Perfect. So what I'm going to do is I want us to be on the same page, right? I want us to be on the same page. So I'm going to check the size of the shape. So the height is 363, 3.76, and then the width is what? 5.51. So we all be on the same page. Come here, sorry, I'll select this one, and then control X to cut it, and then I'll bring it to the dashboard, and then I'll paste it here. Perfect. So now let's use the correct size. The correct size, the height is what? 3 point, sorry, 3.76, and then the width is what? 5.51. Perfect. So I'll select the chart again, control one, I'll say no fill, then no color. Perfect. So this is what we are going to do. Before that, let's turn off the formula bar. So view, turn off the formula bar. Then we are going to okay, I think the height is too big, right? So let's reduce it. So something like this, 2.9, 2.9. Yes, I think 2.9 will work, right? 2.9 will work. Perfect. Now this is what we are going to do here. So I'm going to what do you call it? Go back to my analysis. So we are done with what? The month, right? We are done with the month. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate this, and I'll put this one here, expand this, and I will see number of transactions by what? By month. Right, perfect. So we go to the analysis sheet. Because we are done with the month, I'm going to copy this, and then I'll come down here, and I'll paste this one here. Right, perfect. So what I'm going to do is select anywhere, right click, and I choose show field list. And then I'm going to remove the month name, and then this time around I'll go to date table and then bring in what? The day name. Right, I'll bring in the day name. Perfect. So now the same thing, because the formatting is not accurate, that's why we are getting this hash. So I'll select everything, control one, and then I'm going to choose this hash, and I'll use this. So do you see that? Perfect. Now this one, we are not going to extract it because we are not going to add. Okay, we'd have to extract it, right? Let's extract it so that we will add the percentage and then whatever. So equal to extract this. Then I'll say I'll duplicate expand it to this place. Select this, copy the format, and then I'm going to paint it on this. Right, perfect. So what we are going to do is okay, sorry about this. All right, so select this, and then I'm going to drag another transactions here. Do you see that? Perfect. Now this one, the transactions to, I'm going to click on the drop down, go to value field settings. The with the calculations, I will say uh percentage of what grand total. So instead of showing this as a number, the transactions two will be shown as what a percentage. So percentage of grand total, then perfect. So this is, so this, out of 100%, we are getting 15.69% from Sunday, 12.52% from Monday. So instead of showing only the number, I'm also showing you what the percentage, so that it will be easy for us to compare. Right, perfect. So now we can extract it. So equal to extract this, enter. We're going to say something like this, and we're going to say this. Perfect. So I'm going to select this, copy the format, and I'm going to paint it on this. Right, select this, copy the format, and I'm also going to paint it on this one too. Right, perfect. So this is what we have. Now we are not done. Let's copy this, and then let's paste this one here. Sorry. And then this, instead of it, let's remove one transactions, and then instead of we saying day name, we are going to see what the year or the quarter. So we have the quarter here. Do you see that? So we have quarter one, this is what we have, quarter two, this is what we have. Perfect. So copy the same thing, then we are going to paste it here. Sorry. Copy. Now we are going to paste it here. And what we are going to do is, instead of we showing quarter this time around, we are going to show what the year. Perfect. So 2010, this is what we are having, 2011, blah 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 blah. Do you see that? Perfect. So because you are not going to add any, anything to this, we are going to leave it like this, and then we are going to use a pivot chart, right? So select this, right? Select this, go to insert. You're going to insert this 2D, delete this, and then let's remove the grid lines. Right, perfect. So what I'm going to do is select the bars, control 1. Let's reduce this, the bar size, right? Let's make the bar size big. So let's see something like maybe 100%. 100% is too small. Let's see 80%. Okay, let's remove this, reduce this to maybe 70%. Right, perfect. Oh, sorry. Control 1 again, and then let's use our blue color, this blue color. Right, perfect. Now with the data label, select this. With the data label, click on the plus, hover on data label, select this. Right, perfect. Now we are going to click on the arrow, go to more options, select value from cells, and then we are going to what, select this, and then hit what, okay. Now we are going to turn the value. Okay, let's turn the value on. Now instead of all being on the same line, we are going to see the separator should be what, a new line. Do you see that? Perfect. Perfect. So this is what we have, right? We have the percentage, and then what, eight value, the percentage, and then eight value. Perfect. So I'm going to leave this one here, select this one, go to insert, click on this, click on this. So I'm going to right click, and then do what, hide all field buttons. Select this, delete this, select delete, select the legend, delete the legend, and let's remove the grid lines. Now select the bars, control 1. It should be something like maybe 100 or 100, and then hit enter. So perfect, 100 is okay. Now with this, the data label is going to be very straightforward. So this, right, perfect. And then I'll bring this one to here. Now let's work with the year. So going to go to insert, the same thing to this 2D, right click on the button and see, I'll see hide all field buttons on chart. So click on that, select this, delete, select this, delete, select this, delete, then select this, then delete this one too. So I'll select the bars again, control 1, and this is going to be 100%. Same thing, and then you are going to what, activate the data label. Perfect. So this is what we have, right? Perfect. Now we are going to do Control X to bring this one here, and we'll paste it here, right? Perfect. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select this and go to the format paint home, select the paint, and then paint it on this. Okay, it didn't work. Let's go back, Control Z. It didn't work, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select this, Control 1. You're going to say no fill, no line, right? Perfect. And then the size, we are going to use the same size. The height is going to be 2.9, and then the width is going to be 5.51, right? Perfect. So this is what we've done here, right? This is what we've done here. Now just follow me closely and then you understand what I'm trying to get. So the same thing, I'm going to bring the cutter, Control X to cut, and I'll come here and then Control V to paste, right? Let's delete this, sorry, bring it here, the same thing, no fill, no line, then the height and then the width is going to be, so this is going to be what, 2.9, this is going to be 5.51. Perfect. So we all be on the same page, right? Perfect. Now I don't want the dashboard to be so messy. Okay, now let's bring the last one. That's the year, right? So that we will start with the VBA. So you select this, Control V, bring this one here, Control 1, no fill, no outline. Clear this. And then the size is going to be the same thing, 2.9, and then 5.51, then hit enter. Perfect. So I'll position this one here. Okay, let me position, sorry. Position this one here. Right. Now I'm going to sorry. Align it here. And I'm going to duplicate, Control D to duplicate this one here. Don't worry about what I'm doing, right? Now we want to have what do you call it? Some in-page navigation, right? We are going to have some in-page navigation here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to insert and then the shapes. I'll choose this and I'll draw a shape like this. Perfect. So Control 1, I'll say no line, and then the active color is going to be our blue color, right? Perfect. So I'm going to duplicate this. Now I'm going to make this one, Control 1. The color should be this color, right? All right. So this is what we have here. So I'll bring this one here. Select this, duplicate. Select this, duplicate, and duplicate again. Just follow what I'm doing, right? And then you are going to see the end product so that you can also, just copy and then you'll be good to go. Perfect. So this, I'm going to right click and I'm going to edit text and I'm going to write what? Month. Select it like this and then home and then center it. Let's make it maybe 12 and then okay, the color, I think the color is okay. Come here, the same thing, edit test. Then we are going to make this one as what? Weekday. Select the shape, make it center, and then make it what? 12. Is this 12? So this is this one 12. Okay, this is 14, right? So let's make this one to 14. Perfect. And then it's not showing everything. So let's expand it a little bit. Perfect. Now the same thing, right click, edit test. This one is going to be what? Our quarter. So select the shape like this, position it in the center, and then let's make this one to what? 14. Perfect. So right click, edit test. This one is going to be what? Our year. Select the shape like this, center it, and make this one to what? 14. Perfect. So this is what we have, right? This is what we have. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this one on this, right? And then I'm going to duplicate this, put this one on this one too. So something like this, right? Perfect. So I'm going to duplicate this, put this one on this, duplicate, and put this one on this. Right. Just follow what I'm doing and then you understand it. So the same thing, edit test. This is going to be month. Sorry. Month. Select this, center it, and then this is going to be what? 14. The same thing. The same thing as this. Right click, edit test. So this is what? Weekday. Select the shape, center 14, edit test, quarter, shape, let's make it center 14. Same thing, edit test. This one is going to be what? Year. Select the shape, make it 14, and then what? Center. Perfect. Now this is what we are having here. Now watch here. I'm going to select this, right? This what do you call it? This label, right? I'm going to select the label. Hold my control, select this chart, right? Hold my control and then select this month, the blue one, right? Perfect. Now I'm going to bring my formula, everything here, formula bar, headings, and what's the, okay, let's leave the grid lines. Now watch here. Whilst this shape is selected, I'm going to right click and then see what? Group, right? I'm going to group them. Now the group name, right? The group name for the label, the chart, and then this month here is what? Group 52. But I want to have what do you call it? A name that you can remember, right? A name that you can remember. So I will say this one is what? Month chart. Make sure you don't have any space, right? Month chart. Do you see that? So I'll hit enter. And then this one is saved, right? Perfect. Now, what I want to get, the end product is that when I click on this one, the month chart should be hidden, right? Perfect. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to first of all I have to exit this one so that I'll save it. Okay. Perfect. So I'll go to developer and I'll go to Visual Basics. So this is where I'm going to write my so double click on the sheet 2 transactions. And what we are going to do is we are going to write a VBA code, right? If you don't understand the code, don't worry. Just follow me, just write it and then you'll be good to go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write sub. Then the name that we give to the chart is what? Month chart. Here you can give it any name, but you want to give it a name that you will see, or it will be very easy to identify. So this one is going to be what? Dem obj as what? As a shape. Then enter. Then we are going to set obj to be equal to what? Active sheet. So we will write one VB and then the rest we will just do copy and paste dot shape active sheet dot shapes, and then into bracket the name that we gave to the chart, right? Or the name that we gave to the group is what? Month. Make sure you write it the same thing, right? The same month chart, right? Close it. Then let's come. Then you can say if obj dot visible is equal to MSO true, then obj dot visible should be set to what? MSO false. Just follow what I'm doing, right? Okay, so here we are going to see else obj dot visible should be what? Set to what? MSO true. Should be set to MSO true. So then we can see what? Let's end the if. Perfect. Now watch here. Let me bring this one down. Now when we run this should be hidden, right? This should hide. So when I run this, you see it is on and off, right? On and off like this. Perfect. This is what I want to get. Perfect. Now I will minimize this. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to assign a macro to this shape here, or to this, yes, to this shape here. So watch here. I'm going to do right click. Sorry, I'm going to select this, only this one, right? Only this one. You see, this one is selected like this. Right click, and then I'm going to go to assign macro. Then the macro, the name of the macro is what? Month chart, right? And I'm going to go to what? Okay. Now watch it. When I click on this, you see it is hidden. Now, how do we then get it back? You see, this one is not, we've not assigned macro to this. So I'll right click, assign macro, and I'm going to assign the same macro, and I'll click on OK. Now watch it. When I click here, you see it is now showing. So this is what we are trying to get. Perfect. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this one on this, like this, right? Like this. So first of all, let's turn this off. You see, we have turned the month off, so it's remained, or it's left with only what? The how do you call it? It's left with only the day, the week name, right? Perfect. So we are going to duplicate this one too, bring this one here, and then this one, instead of saying transactions by month, you are going to say transactions by what? Weekday. Do you see that? Perfect. Now the same process, we are going to select this, and then select this. So you right click and then go to hover on group, and then you group them. Now the name that we are going to give to the group is what? Weekday chart. Make sure you don't leave any space between them, right? Weekday chart, and then hit enter. Now the same thing, we are going to go to, let me first of all exit this. We're going to go to our VBA, copy this, right? You're going to copy this, and let's come down and then paste it here, right? The moment you paste it, you see you will get a line here. Now the name of this is going to be what? Sorry, weekday chart, right? And then we are going to rename this one to what? Weekday chart. Do you see that? So the only thing that we did was renaming the names, right? Renaming the names. So now make sure this part is selected. When we hit enter, run it, you see, if nothing happens, it means it is working at the background, right? So now we can select this, select it again, right click, assign macro, and then this is what? The weekday chart, and then assign it to this. Now watch it. When you click on this one too, you see it is hidden. Now we select this, right click, assign macro, and assign this one to it. So you see that we only wrote one code, and then we are just copying it for the rest, right? So this is what we are trying to get. Perfect. Now it's now time for what? The quarter. It's now time for the quarter. All right. So the same thing, let's duplicate this, Control D, and then it will be what? Transactions by what? Quarter. Perfect. So the same thing, right? The same thing is what we are going to do. So select this, select this. Okay, before that, let's align this one properly. Perfect. So hold your control and select all of them. Right click and then you group them, and then you rename this one to what? Quarter chart. Do you see that? And then hit enter. Now we can go to our VBA, copy this again, Control C, paste it here. Right. Perfect. So now what we can do is just rename this one to quarter, and then rename this one to what? Quarter. Do you see that? So make sure you select any parts here, you run it, nothing happens, it means it is working. Now let's assign it to this. Let's select only this one, right click, assign macro. Now we have what? Quarter chart, you see, then okay. Now when you click on it, you see it is hidden. Now let's assign it to this one too, assign macro, quarter chart, then okay. This is what we have here. Perfect. So you see when I click on this one too, you see this is what we are getting. Perfect. So what I'm going to do is, sorry, I'm now going to break this one here because we are done. Or we can duplicate and then save one here. So now this one is going to be what? Transactions by what? Yeah. So we are just breaking the transactions down, right? This 61K, we are breaking it down by month, weekday, quarter, and what? The year. So now it's now time for the year to come here. Perfect. Something like this. You select and then you select this one. Holding your control, you right click, go to group them like this. And then we are going to rename this to what? Year, sorry, year chart, right? And then hit enter. Go to your VBA. Make sure you copy this. And then paste it here. And then what we are going to do, the same thing is what? We are going to change what? Sorry. This one to be year. This one to be what? Year. You see that? Perfect. So select anything in between, run it, and then nothing happens. It means it is working. You you select it like this, right click, assign macro, then let's assign it to what? Year charts, and then hit OK. So when we run it like this, you see it is hidden. Just assign macro to the second one. So year chart, and when you run it, it is back, right? So we can turn it off and see this one. Perfect. Now let me turn off the formula bar and then what? The headings like this. Perfect. So this, all right. So in this next section, uh we are going to, let's come to the analysis. So now let's copy this. We are going to see the transactions by what? The business type, right? Transactions by business type. So I'm going to paste this one here, and then I'm going to right click, show field list, and then we are going to remove the transactions too. We are going to remove the day name. And when you come here, the business type should be somewhere. Let's see, customers. Let's expand the customers and see. Okay. Okay, so this is the business type. You drag the business type to the row. So we have what? Three business types. So gym, supplement, and what? Warehouse. So this one, we're not going to expand, extract it from the pivot table, right? So just make sure any part is selected here. Go to insert, go to this, and then right click on this, and then hide field, all field buttons on chart. So select this, select this, delete it, delete everything. So we are formatting the chart, right? So select the bars, control one. It should be maybe 100, right? So something like this. I think 100 is too big. Okay, something like this is okay, right? Perfect. So what we can do, click on the plus and then bring what the data labels like this. So you select it, Control X to cut it, then let's paste it here. So let's set this. Now what we are going to do, we are going to make it very small like this. I think this should be more than it should be maybe 120 or something, 140 or maybe. Okay, I think 140 is okay, right? Now let's check the colors. The color should be our blue color. Do you see that? Perfect. Now control 1. You're going to see select the chart. You're going to see no fill, no line. Right, perfect. So let's minimize it like this. Perfect. Bring it here. All right, so this is what we have, right? So let's duplicate the label or the title. Then we are going to see transactions by what? By business type. Perfect. So do you see that it is very, very simple, right? It is very, very simple. So let's minimize this a little bit. Perfect. Now this is what you've been able to get, right? All right, so it is left with one last thing. Now when you watch here, you see what you've been able to do here. Perfect. So now we are going to get the transactions by what the customers and what the product, right? That they are buying. But then we are going to show the top five, right? We are going to show the top five. So watch it. So you see here when you excuse me, when you click on product, you see this one to be what changing. When you click on customers, this will be changing, right? Perfect. So this is what we want to get. Perfect. So let's go here and this one should come go to the top a little. Now before we go to our okay, let me make this one a little big. Okay, before we go to our analysis sheet, let's go to developer, go to insert, and then let's insert a combo. Yes, a combo box, right? The combo box, drag it here. Perfect. So this is what we have, right? Perfect. So now I'm going to go to this part. When I come here, I will see combo, and I will link it here. Now here I will see customers, and here I will see what product. Perfect. So I'll select everything and then Control I to italize it. Now watch here. When I come here, I'll do right click, format control, and then the input image, I'll select this and then I'll go to this chart and then this sheet and then I'll reference the customers and then the product. I'll come here, cell link, I'll go to analysis and then link the cell here, right? Perfect. Now watch what is happening here. When I click on the drop down, you see we have the customers and then the product. When I select customers and I come here will be one, right? Then when I select product and I come here, it should be two. Do you see that? Perfect. Now it is working. Now we can copy this pivot table and we can paste it here. Perfect. Now here is going to be, let's right click, show field list. Instead of showing business type, now we can show the customers. So you see customer is here, you can place it here. Then here you will click on the drop down here and then you go to, when you hover on value filters, you see we have what top 10. Click on top 10 and the top 10 should delete the 10 and then make it 5, right? Okay, and then hit what? Okay. So we are only seeing what the top 5, right? Perfect. So this one too, we are going to copy, then paste this one here. So instead of we now showing customers. Now let's remove this and then go to product and then show what the product name. You see that this one to click on the drop down, hover on value filters, click on top 10, then remove the 10 to what 5, and then hit what okay. So this is what we have, right? So we have customers and then we have what product. So I'll clear this. Then let's come down here. Now we are going to write a function, right? We are going to write a function. Now the function is going to, we are going to use the f function. The function is going to be equal to if the logical test is if the cell here or if the number here, right, and then F4 to log this number is equal to 1. So let's start with 1. If it is equal to 1, then we want Excel to return this customer here, right, comma. But then if it is not equal to 1 and then it's 2, then we want Excel to what? Return the product here, right? Now let's close it and then hit enter. Now let's drag this one here. Then because it is 5, see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do you see that? Perfect. Now before that, let me copy the format. Then paste the format here. Perfect. Now watch here. Because this is 2, right? It is returning what? The product. Because the product is in what? Position number 2. Now when I come here and I change this to 1, customers, you see it is now returning customers. And then because here is what? 1. Do you see that? So we are going to use this for our chart. Right, perfect. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select everything like this. Go to insert this and then I will insert this chart, right? Perfect. So I will delete the title, I will delete this, I will delete the grid lines. So this should be control 1, and then let's make this one maybe 80. Perfect. Now if you want to get the highlights, right? If you want to get the highlights, it's very simple. So highlight. So what we are going to say is we are going to say the top one, right? You are going to highlight the top one. So here will be just 1. And here we are going to use the large function. Then you select everything here, comma. Because you're not going to copy it now, we don't have to lock it. And then see, this is the top one, right? This is the top one. Now when you change it to product, see we still have the same top one, right? Perfect. So let's copy the format, paste it here. Perfect. Now all I'm going to do is I'm going to write if. So if this number here is equal to this number here, then F4 to lock it because we will copy this one down. Then Excel should return the number here, right? If it is false, give us what? Blank. Then close it, enter. So the number here is not equal to the number here, so we are getting what? Blank. Now let's drag it here. Perfect. But the number here is equal to the number here, so Excel is returning the number here. You see that? Perfect. So just follow it and then you'll be good to go. Perfect. So now with this chart, we can right click and then go to select data, and then we can add data. Then the name is what? Highlight. Then the values, we're going to select from here to here, right? And then hit OK. So you see when you hit OK, we're having the highlight here, but then we don't want it to be true, so we can select the chart like this, control 1. Let's go to series overlap. Series overlap. This one, you see, it is on minus 27%, minus 27. Let's make it what? Positive 100. Do you see that? Now we have this. Select the chart, bring the data label, then select this. Perfect. So this is what we have, right? We are having zeros here. Select the 0 and then delete it. Right. Perfect. So when we come here and then we change this to customers, you see that this one will change from this to this. Do you see that? Perfect. Now we can sort it, right? We can sort it. So what we can do is right click, sort this one from largest to smallest, sort this one from what? Largest to smallest. Do you see that? So this one too is what? Sorted. Perfect. So now what we can do is Control X to cut it, come to transactions, and then Control V to paste it here. Right, perfect. Now let's Control 1, no fill, and then no line. Perfect. And then what we are going to do is we are going to minimize this, something like this. Do you see that? Perfect. Let's bring it up. Right, something like this, right? Sorry. Perfect. So this is what we have, right? This is what we have. Okay. Now we can shift this. If you want to select this one, you hold your control and select this. You can shift this one up a little bit so that this one will have you have enough space for this. Perfect. Then we can. All right. I think this is okay. Right. This is okay. Now let's see something here. Now the label, right, or the title should be dynamic because if customer is selected, this label should talk about customers. If product is selected, this label should talk about product, right? So this is what we are going to do here. Let's write the caption here. So we are going to say if here is equal to 1, we don't have to lock it because we are not going to copy it down. If it is equal to 1, then the value if true is going to be what? Transactions, number of transactions by what? Customers, right? And then comma, the value if false, put it in a quotation mark. You're going to say what? Number of transactions, transactions by what? By what? Product. Then you close it like this and hit enter. So you see this one is showing customers. So this one will say what? Transactions by what? Customers. So now let's bring our formula bar here. Come here. Whilst this is selected, equal to it. Let's go and reference it. Reference this and hit enter. So do you see that? Perfect. So now let's copy the format home. Let's copy this, paste it here. Do you see that? Perfect. Now we can get rid of the formula bar. Now watch here. Watch what is happening. Now when you select this product, you see now this is changed what? Transactions by product. When we change this to customers, it is showing what? Transactions by what? Customers. Perfect. So this is what we want to have, right? Perfect. Now when you check, sorry, when you check the completed, version, we have some insight here, right? I already have my insight here, so I'll just copy the insight and I'm going to paste it here, right? So you have to take your time, and then after your analysis, the insight that you get, you just paste it here, right? Perfect. So this is the insight I have. So the business generated $73 million in sales from 61,000 transactions, led strongly by the top customers, blah 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 blah. While June and Saturdays were the lowest. So we say January and Thursdays recorded the highest activity. This one is true here. So you see January recorded the highest, right? Now when you come here, Thursday recorded what? The highest. Do you see that? Yes. So what is happening on the dashboard is what I've summarized this here. Do you see that? Perfect. So this is uh how or this is yes, this is how you can uh do what it is requiring from us. So this one is very simple. We've just broken the transactions, right? The transactions have been broken down into what? The month, weekday, quarter, and then what? The year. And then the same transactions is broken down into what? Transactions by what? The business type, and the transaction by customer. So if you want to know the transaction more about the transactions, this is what we are doing, right? Then in our next lesson, we are going to, or in our next part, we are going to work on what? The quantity ordered, and then what? The net sales. So what we've done here is the same thing that we are going to do here, but then when you come to the analysis, right? When you come to the analysis, instead of this to show transactions, it will show what? Quantity order. Then the next one, when you move to net sales, if instead of this to show quantity order, it will show net sales. Do you see it? Yes. So it is very very simple. If you've been able to do this, it means you can do the quantity order, the net sales, and what? The profit margin. So in our next part, we are going to take care of that. Now, when you check the completed version, right? When you click here, it will send you to quantity order. When you click here, it will send you to what? Net sales. When you click here, it will send you to profit margin. Now let's see how we can do that in our work. So what we can do is you can select this, right click, and then go to what? Link. So with the link, you select what? Place in this document. Select this, and then this one is going to what? quantity order. So you click on quantity order and then you click on OK. So this, right click, you link it. This is going to net sales. So you select net sales. You select this, right click, you link it. This one is going to what? Profit margin. So you select profit margin and hit OK. So now when I'm on the transactions and then I want to go to quantity order or net sales, I can just click on this and then I will be brought to this part. When I'm on transaction sheet and then I want to go to the sales, net sales, I just have to click on this and then I'll go to what? The net sales. You see that? Perfect. So you can do that for the rest, right? You can do the same thing for the rest. Perfect. So I don't want this video to be very long. So I'll just pause here and then in our next part, we are going to continue with what? The quantity order, the net sales, the profit margin, and then if you have time, you will work on what? The returns. Perfect. So thank you for watching this video and then see you in the next part.